The mousesports Mirage is a beast not to be trifled with, and once again it sinks its teeth in deep. The best of three starts with a thrashing. The mouse does most definitely roar here in the Qudos Bank Arena for IEM Sydney 2018. The crowd silenced somewhat, and only for a moment, as there's much more to come, and now we have to break down exactly how that came to be. Our analysts did expect this one to be where Mirage, or rather mousesports, flexed their muscle and their worth, and indeed Janko and Ian, we did get to witness exactly that. That was a textbook Mirage from mousesports.
Absolutely. It started off tremendously well, you know, or did Renegades start off really slow? Only 3 kills in the first 4 rounds, something along those lines, and you could see how big of a bank mousesports managed to build. Renegades winning 3 gun rounds in a row, still not enough to reset them. I think they thought they actually managed to put mousesports on an eco. Mousesports take the timeout, force by, get Chris J drops an op for Oscar, and that round really, you know, breaks Renegades in that first half.
Yeah, and I mean, you've heard it, Janko say it so many times before, you've got the upset checklist. It wasn't there. No. There was no piss around wins. I mean, they got pretty close, but at the same time, you know, there was the smoke diffusers and whatnot. So for me, I thought, you know, just no anti-eco upsets for Renegades either, so they just completely fell away. I think the pressure of being in front of the home crowd might have actually got to Ustillo just a little bit. He was very weak and very slow to get started in that first game. This is where he's got to have to just shake it off, you know, come into the next one. But looking back on that last one, Mouse were just like a python really around that map on their T side as well. You could just see what you were saying before the game. They just constrict their opponents. So they're spread out across the entire map, and then they just get that control slowly, and they were making the right reads 9 times out of 10. Even on their CT side, they were stacking the right side, but any rounds that Renegades did win were just through brute force.
And you can also see that the clear game plan from Renegades was to just go to that A side time and time again. Yeah. I'm thinking they know mousesports likes to play retake, right? Robs towards that ticket area, you know, Oscar towards mid, Stico as well, and they knew they could get the bomb down, and they were having like specific scenarios after that. How are we going to secure the after plan, secure the bomb, right? Sure. They were trying to be a bit more aggressive in those rounds, and it was working. I mean, they won 3 rounds in a row, but you still need more diversity. At some point, mousesports will be able to adapt.
I feel like it was a very much like a mirror match. I thought Renegades were actually playing very similar to how mousesports play. I just feel like mousesports, obviously it's their style, they've owned it, and they're better at it. But, you know, not being able to get CT spawn on some of those post-plant situations really hurt them. I mean, for me, it was just heartbreaking to see the round where Oscar just kills that one person defusing.
Of 3 of them, right?
Of 3 of them. There was 4 alive, but they just couldn't cover A ramp, which is one of the only places really remaining left that he could have been.
Exactly. That was a bit weird because Nifty jumped out of window, you know, came through connector, and you saw 2 players shift from the bomb towards watching connector and instead of just watching ramp. A bit strange and a bit lucky, I mean, for Oscar to get that 1 kill really, you know, out of all 3 players, but props to him. And that was potentially a way back for Renegades, you know, to gain some momentum. You could see they were winning some rounds.
That really was the straw that broke the camel's back.
But just it wasn't really enough, you know. They needed something, a pistol round here, an eco win, and they got nothing.
Yeah, and they needed all of their players. I mean, we made it absolutely clear that on a pound-for-pound basis, mousesports will be out-fragging you, and that if the win comes down to that, that's where it will come from. However, you know, you take a look at the scoreboard, and once again, the likely candidates for mousesports were doing what they do best. I think it's interesting that we see Rops unfazed on stages like this, given how short of a tenure he's had as a pro player, admittedly rife with experience, but he's walked out to the stage and he's done what he does best.
Yeah, a guy whose, you know, last name is cool, definitely living up to that. And Oscar is the big one here, right? We were talking, he was been having a poor 2 tournaments, really just a very unusual slump for him, and definitely stepped up here. Most kills on the mousesports lineup, and compared to Nifty, he was a bit quiet. Nifty also, you know, really only 1-1 in opening kills. Didn't take that many fights early on. When Ustillo was struggling a lot, lost, I think he was 2-10 or 1-10, Ian.
Yeah,
you know, someone else needs to step up in that department. It was really making it difficult for Renegades to get into those later stages.
I feel like Jacob was trying to step up into that role as well, which, I mean, that's what we said he needed to do. He needed to be sort of the solid person on this team who's experienced this sort of stage before. But it just wasn't enough. And it really did just look like Renegades weren't hitting their shots at the start of that match. But something else I want to point out is also, you know, Oscar having that huge impact that he had, getting so many kills, where that came in also was on their T side when, even though they weren't winning the rounds, he was just causing so much economical damage to Renegades.
And you can also see in the first half, double op setup, Chris J really just being super aggressive towards Cat. Early on, they were demolishing Renegades, but let's be real here. If Renegades were ever going to win this series, it wasn't going to be 2-0. They are not going to win Mirage against mousesports, no matter how well they are prepared for it. It's always going to be on the last two maps, on Inferno and Trey. And now they're coming onto their own pick. On Inferno, granted, it's not the best of maps for Renegades, really, but they don't have a lot of choice. They need to target mousesports in that sense, and we'll have to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, we're talking about Inferno, not forgetting that both Inferno and Train are both maps that they did best phase on in their spectacular battle to this quarterfinal. But for now, that crowd that did fall just a little silent has got Stunner within it. He's been watching from the crowd. How's it going over there? Is it a bit awkward?
You know, it is a little awkward. I feel like you're a little close on me right now. But look, I've got the biggest Renegades fan. Well, maybe an asterisk on that one. Mr. O'Toole, could you believe it, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? Look, the Renegades had a pretty rough first map. Do you think they can bring it back on the second one?
The Aussies got them exactly where they want it right now. This second map is going to be a breeze. It's going to be a Tim Tam slam up in the Qudos Arena.
Oh, hey. How about a little more than that? A little more than that. You know what? Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's Counter-Strike time.
Okay, I mean, you know, 6-7 rehearsals of that, and it worked out perfectly. There you go. That's your Cool Runnings caster squad, who have been really putting in the effort and the hours for that one.
Jokes aside, we should get some security into that area. I saw Henry was sitting behind Chad, so, you know, it's been not a great run for Chad.
Yeah, indeed, and this stadium will witness the clashes where those two will be on either side of the stage. For now, we do have Inferno ahead of us, and we have mousesports attempting to close this one out, secure that spot in that semi-final. And Renegades have to put up more of a fight here. Now, if we do review how that performance was versus FaZe Clan, it was a slog. It was a journey. It was a marathon of Counter-Strike going into, what was it, double, if not triple overtime.
Definitely. And, you know, Renegades, even though they came out on top, obviously, I think this last map they had against mousesports on Mirage, I think that is a good starting point. We know how good mousesports are in Mirage.
Sure.
We know how bad Renegades played. They still got a few rounds on the board. And I think coming into Inferno, a map where they've beaten FaZe, they're going to have that confidence. If they just keep playing to that Cassard game plan, then that's really, they're in with the chance here.
And two of the biggest performers in that game versus FaZe were Ustilo and Azza, right?
Well,
they are the two entry fraggers, right? And that was the reason why they were able to best FaZe, because those guys were able to create openings time and time again. Similar to when we talk about Apex in G2, right? When the entry fragger is having a good game, that means everyone else is having an easier time. You open up the bomb site, you create space, and after that, things are easier to deal with, right? When you instantly get traded and you have to play 2v3 after plants and all of that against a team like Mouse, it's going to be very, very difficult to take them down.
And one thing I just want to point out is in that last map as well, Ustilo was like 1 and 10 in opening kills, and he's such an important entry fragger for Renegades, and I don't think I've seen a stat that bad so far this competition.
And to be fair, you know, stat does stand out like that, 1 and 10, but really it could also be the fault of the team in a sense, not supporting him with enough utility. Sure. If you send a guy just into the grinder, right into Oscar's crosshair with the op, there's not much he can really do.
You know, maybe that is his job as well. Maybe he has got to make some space for the rest of the guys, and maybe the stage fright rests on them.
And on a map like Inferno, more than any other map probably in the pool at the moment, utility is king. So it's going to be, you know, managing economy, obviously, but even if you have to take a hard eco, do it. You need that utility. You need to use it properly. Fight for that map control, and don't let mousesports run over you.
Yeah, it's going to be containing some of the individuals of the mousesports roster. I want to know if we see a third here, gentlemen. I want to understand it, Ian. I need the reasoning behind it.
Mate, we're going to see a third, and it's just because Renegades are going to perform for this Aussie home crowd.
Okay, expecting to see the Renegades show more of a face. At the moment, this would be a demoralizing way to exit the tournament. Being able to at least show face, at least show the resistance that is expected of them.
Yeah, I think you would expect them to put up a bigger fight, but mousesports is looking hot at the moment, Alex.
mousesports have found their feet, and now it's time for Sydney to take to theirs. We're going into the second map, a best of 3, and Renegades on the ropes. The knockout blow to be thrown by mousesports. Let's jump in with your casters.
Well, now it's time for Renegades to show us exactly what they have. mousesports proving to be the better on Mirage, but now we are headed onto our final map. Renegades here on Inferno. Are they going to be able to put us through to map 3, Sydney? Well, I might as well just give them the trophy at this point then, by the looks of things.
That was not convincing.
No, perhaps not. They're starting on the T side though. Let's find out what they're going to be able to do as Renegades make their way toward the A-bomb site.
Well, now onto the Australian boys team. More convincing perhaps than the crowd just was. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs ready, as it will be a split towards A for them. Apartment control being taken, and you still get some great 2 entries. Robson's Dicko down. That's the A-bomb site. A bit more vulnerable.
That's exactly what the Renegades needed, but there's still 2 mousesports players lurking around on the site that are needing to be found. Ustilo will go down, but the trade is there for Jacob, and now Oscar enters the fray. He was the one for mousesports in the last map to do the damage, but Nifty will shut him down. No problems there, and Renegades now 3 versus 1. It's Sunny to work his way up mid and have a look in toward the A bomb site. Nifty certainly waiting for him here in Boiler, and an easy shot. The Renegades have closed out the pistol.
That's the start they wanted. Excellent pistol round from them, taking the apps control. Ustilo on the entry work, and Nifty with a great 2-1, great 2 taps, 2-1 taps as you will, to close out the round. So mousesports, they took the pistols last game. They've not done it here. It's Renegades to get those and to get on to the board. So now 2 AKs, 3 UMPs do the damage against the pistols. Australian teams renowned for dropping the anti-ecos. Renegades need to not do that here.
Indeed, that is objective number 1, but there are plenty more missions after that for the Renegades. Here and now, though, just focus on a round at a time. They need to get themselves worked back into this series because they certainly were down, but not out after Mirage. There is still chances for Renegades.
For now, the banana control out. Chris J lurking in a smoke with a CZ. That's a dangerous combo right there. Close range in these pistols. We've seen it far too many times. Sonny's going to drop a re-smoke a little bit deeper than the last one. That might just give mousesports the room they need to clear the wall. That's exactly what that smoke is for. Had there been a Renegades player there, that might have been a rude surprise, but they've fallen back. And there's still 3 players here, so if mousesports get too aggressive through these smokes, they might just be caught out, and Chris J is going for it.
Slowly but surely the flashbang will come out, but it's a 3 stack for the Renegades in Banana, and mousesports not going to be making a smoothie out of that one. 5 versus 4 now as Renegades progress their way forward. Sunny to offer some resistance, but perhaps not quite enough. He gets the reload across, but not the kill, and has a drop Stigo as well. The B-bomb site now all but cracked open. Just Oscar left.
They've heard the other Deagle, though. They know that it was 4 players on B, and that'll call the rotate into A instantly, while Rops is still here with a 5-7 and armor. No, he's been baited, as has made a bit of noise. They'll go over to the B-bomb site, a last-ditch attempt. If the bomb goes, great, they stop it. If not, they can hold on to the guns. They will upgrade into another pistol there, but Az is still lurking around with that UMP, looking to get a bit of money, clean up the damage. Yeah, and mousesports hoping to hold on to the pistols.
Looks like mousesports are going to walk right into him. Azza will go down there, and that's going to be a UMP across to Oscar. So, small advantage there for mousesports heading into the next round, but they still won't be able to buy. We'll just have to wait a few more here before Renegades really get their first test here on Inferno.
It's the start the boys were looking for, though. They'll be going up 2-0, and this is what they need. This is, as a reminder, their map pick. mousesports beat them out on their own of Mirage. So Renegades, they need this one to get back into the series, but they've started out the right way. So mousesports, a UMP, 2 Deagles, a bit of armor on Rob saved over as well. So we'll see if they choose to invest into this round. It should, though, just be the USPs being saved up by the rest of the squad. Maybe get some damage and some money out of that UMP on Oscar.
Yeah, a bit of an armor investment there from Rops and Oscar as well. So, let's see. Like you said, what Oscar can do with this UMP, that's really going to be the make or break for mousesports in this round. For Renegades, they'll first have to figure out where that UMP is, and then make sure they get rid of Oscar, no problems at all.
3 stack into Banana now for mousesports, moving down, taking position at the top, but the Molotov is there. There's a boost over the wall. Sunny looking for a head. Molotov and grenade combo comes out, but no one's taken any damage from it on Mouse. Apart from a tiny bit onto Rops. That's a good Molotov though. That'll be forcing those CT straight back off that boost, but Sunny finds a blinder.
Jacob needs to do some work now and find 2 kills, which he can do. Chris J and Oscar dispatched off quite cleanly, in fact. Jacob only down to 64 HP. He's still fairly healthy. That was a pretty blistering shot earlier on out from Sunny, so I'm not sure I'd be continuing to pop my head up there. You continue to give him the whack-a-mole game eventually. He's going to hit one.
Yeah, it's risky business there from the Renegades, but it's another Molotov out to force Sunny back The utility usage has been good, but Sunny will not be calling for the rotation just yet. Leaves Sticko and Rops over on A, which is where Renegades are going. These players waiting down inside the bomb site. Sitting in graveyard, one in the middle of sight. Crouched down, hunkered down, waiting for Renegades. And if they don't peek, if they let Renegades plant the bomb and then decide to poke their heads out, this could be disastrous. But for Renegades, the utility is out. Take an arch side, and now they'll look to take the bomb side.
Yeah, it is a nice crossfire setup here for mousesports, but Sticko should surely be cleared on the side. Graveyard, maybe not, but even still, oh my goodness, Rops gets 3. JKS just good enough to get the trade in time, but that now puts it into a 1 versus 1. Sunny here, real potential to close this round out, and JKS just clearing every possible angle, but he might have played himself now as the bomb not planted, and Sunny in the smoke. The timing going to be so good here. Oh, JKS! What a flick. Keeps the Renegades alive here with 3, but that was far too close for comfort.
And that's precisely the concern that I had going into that one. It was very dangerous indeed. Rops, what a lineup. Sprays them down. Beautiful work from the young gun for mousesports, but Renegades, they barely stay alive through the work of that man on your screen, Justin Savage. JKS saves the round, but for Mouse, a few kills, give him a bit of money. They'll get a buy in here. Oscar, glass cannon AWP going into mid. Good flashbang to force him back. But Renegades, they have to survive the gun round now. It's just been the pistols in the previous couple.
Well, now this is the real test here for the Renegades. The pistol round, of course, was 50-50, but the next couple should have been easy for Renegades. It was a little bit more difficult than anticipated. Still now, into the gun round for mousesports, and this is their attempt to come back into the map to knock Renegades down a peg after they've started off so well.
And mousesports had such a great map on Mirage. They'll look to continue this here. Don't give Renegades any more than necessary, and Rops is going to find the first.
Out the balcony, Jacob can't get anything done. Sticko on the side now. JKS goes down the crossfire, proving to be too strong for the mousesports, and they completely decimate the Renegades on that entry into the A bomb site.
That's a beautiful round from mousesports there. The crossfire was set and lying in wait. They do exactly what they need to take down all of Renegades there. Beautiful work on the CT side. And so Renegades, the pistol, the anti-ecos, not the gun round, and that will put them onto the pistols of their own. mousesports come out of this round with 3 AK-47s on that CT side. A very dangerous prospect for the Renegades to navigate now. And with just the pistols, I'm not sure how much luck they're really going to have, but maybe some damage, maybe the bomb down. Try and limit the mousesports economy here early on.
Oscar just having a bit of a peek into mid there, not spotting too much out. The Renegades, yeah, the buy is not what they wanted it to be, really. Could have had a buy through in this round had they not lost so many on their anti-eco. But now mousesports well and truly back in control of the economic game, and that's something that we saw on Mirage as well that was a problem for the Renegades. They could never really get going economically, or even as far as the aim is concerned. Chris J and Oscar open up the round for the mousesports. So far, once again, it must seem that the mousesports are looking a little bit too strong.
JKS gets 1, but Mouse do well to recover it. Sticko with 2 in return. And it leaves Azza alone. Just a Glock. The P shooter in hand. Chris J's already there for the closeout, and while he can't hit it immediately, Azza's on 7 HP. There's nothing that can be done. Chris J will close it. So Mouse, they take 2 good rounds back. The gun round was flawless. The anti-eco the same way. And for Renegades now, the buy will come back out. The guns will be on deck, but they're putting a lot of money into this round. In fact, everything they've got. And for Mouths, the bank is pretty much established. Oscar's a bit low, but here's the AWPer. You expect that. And everyone else having a decent amount of money, apart from Sticko, of course. They're doing pretty well here on the CT side of Inferno.
Still going to take Renegades another round after this to demolish the economy of the mousesports. So they have to work their way back into it. And it seems strange to say that when they're up 3-2. But really, it's mousesports that have won the more impactful rounds so far. And Chris J getting himself so far down the banana. He might just catch Jacob off guard. This smoke not going to last for too much longer. Spam there through as well. You couldn't see it, but Jacob was hiding in that smoke, and Chris J opens the account for mousesports in round number 6.
Sticko with the boost here as well. If there's no flashbang out, he'll have an easy time, and does spot the shoulder of Ustillo. That's damage across. And Renegades, once again, forced to reconsider. They've got 3 players in apps now, trying to take a bit of control here away from Mouse, but they've been playing so well on this CT side. Oscar even peeking through that Molotov into mid, just for that bit of info. Throws the smoke out to block it as well. They look very comfortable here, the CTs. Renegades 4 versus 5, 50 seconds remaining, and Oscar's even going to find a line through the smoke.
Yeah, you still are able to trade back onto that one, but still the player advantage resides with mousesports. JKS very close to the side on A. We'll be hearing Sticko jump around right now, but can't quite get the timing. Sticko just waiting, watching, ready for JKS to push in here, and the Bink comes across. That's another deficit that the Renegades have to deal with. Azza walks right into the line that Chris J is holding, and across the map, Renegades just dropping one by one by one. There's no team play, they're just peeking, and mousesports is dispatching of them very easily.
That would be fine if they were winning the aim duels, but mousesports, they're looking comfortable on this big stage in this arena. And if they're going to be able to win the aim duels against Renegades, with Renegades going for that 1v1 style, it's not going to work too well. JKS and Ustillo should be able to hold on to these guns tucked into second mid, but Mouse playing fabulously now. They lost the pistol, the first couple, but they come straight back in, and Renegades, they'll get some guns dropped out. Actually, no, they weren't. Those are the ones that were saved, excuse me, but they can't really buy up behind them. This is going to be very difficult indeed.
Well, Ustillo's already invested in a little bit here in this round, so the rest should be purchasing behind that.
Ustillo's actually just dropped his gun.
Yep.
He's obviously feeling that JKS is playing better than him, so doesn't need to buy anything but a P250, a bit of utility, drops his AK over to a player he hopes can do more damage with that. As is going fast up Banana though, here's the change up for Renegades.
Well, he's flashed himself, or he's been flashed by the mousesports, and it's going to shut him down. Sunny waiting for both of those Renegades players, Jacob and Azza. Not a single tick of damage done by them over to the CTs, and this really is starting to feel very much like Mirage did for mousesports. They start to get a hold on the CT side.
There was a hole in that smoke, and that's what gave away the second frag. Renegades now really having troubles here against mousesports on a very large stage. Mouse looking so confident, they're going to boost Oscar over the smoke as well, try and spot out a player bottom mid. There's no one there. Renegades have chosen to go over to Banana with that 3 versus 5. He still is lurking around in apps with the P250, so maybe a close range engagement favors him. He gets a gun. Actually, I can't read numbers. He's in Banana. But either way, he's found a UMP. Nifty now needs to win this duel when he goes for it.
Well, it has to be 2 clean entries onto the B-bomb site right now for Renegades if they have any hope of winning this round. If they lose even so much as one single player, well, I guess maybe a 2 versus 3 on the retake would still be doable for Renegades, but they need to get that bomb down on the B side. And Sunny, look at this, he knows exactly what's going on, but Nifty, he's a little bit too sharp. The incendiary down late, though, from Chris J is going to cause some problems. And 2 sharp headshots, a third there as well, as mousesports, or more importantly, really, Chris J does a number on the Renegades.
Dominance from Chris J. That was very, very clean indeed. And so Renegades, they've won the first 3, lost the next 4. They're going to be calling the timeout here as well. If you have a look at Chris J, just to clean up. Beautiful work on the B-bomb side from him. But Renegades, the money, between 3 and 4K per player. They'll have enough to go for pistols, that's about it. And Sunny, he's been pretty good these last map in a little bit. Double AWP is out for mousesports as well. Chris J and Oscar onto those, and this did so much damage over on Mirage. Difficult times for the Renegades here.
Yeah, lots to think about, lots to chat about. As despite the fact that it's 4 and 3, you can really feel mousesports in full control here on Inferno, and it was said that this is the Renegades map choice. There might be a chance that they have a better opportunity here on Inferno than they did on Mirage. Well, we're not seeing it just yet. They need to step up here and give this crowd something to cheer about. Otherwise, we will be seeing Renegades eliminated.
In fairly convincing fashion too, if this keeps up. Have to see though, 2 players towards B for Mouse. Chris J with Yorp looking for the first pick, and Azza's trying to get up fast on him. The flashbangs are good.
Well, all the flashbangs are good, in fact. All the CT, the T, everything is going out. But in the end, mousesports, they come away 2 better. First 2 frags go their way. Now Jacob, it's his turn to try and challenge. And he will overwhelm Sunny, but at the cost of 2 of his teammates. It still favors mousesports. The rotation already coming across here as well from Sticko. And mousesports still looking quite content holding this B-bomb site.
There's no utility here for Renegades to use either, so if they're going to try and get a kill onto the AWP, they've just got to be popping out and winning it. JKS has found himself in the lower bracket. Would love for one of the CTs to peek him, but they're both playing passive. This is the key for mousesports here. Don't give Renegades an easy duel that they can win. Chris J spotted out, and he hits the frag, 2v4.
Well, we need to see some more damage coming out of the Renegades here. This round, they've just put some pistols into it, but They haven't really gotten anything out of them. And while mousesports continue these rounds forward, with so many guns alive, they continue to build their economy up on the CT side, which is going to be problematic for the Renegades heading on forward. Already we've got Chris J up over 10K. Oscar looking sharp with the AWP. It's a recipe for success right now for the CT side, and Renegades have not found a way to break it. That's 5 in a row now after the guns came into the hands of mousesports. And really those 3 for the Renegades were the pistol and the anti-ecos.
mousesports are looking very dominant here now. 5 in a row on their CT side of Inferno. I know that's not what the crowd here want to be seeing, but it's what's happening regardless. They're doing the job on enemy soil. And now for Renegades, the buy is here, the utility is out. Once again going into mid, looking for the first kill, but already the smoke, or the molly even, is down to block them. And look at Oscar here, hits the tag.
Well, he gets the leg shot across to Ustillo, and that's enough. Oh, enough for the grenade as well. As Oscar follows it up. And it's already a player disadvantage for the Renegades. Every single round they start off losing the first player. Jacob just spamming through. He's going to give away his position to Chris J, and an easy shot there for the AWP as well. This double AWP setup, we saw it on Mirage. It was so deadly for mousesports, and once again, proving to be too much for the Renegades here on Inferno.
Just seems that every single round, Renegades lose the first 2 or so picks. Chris J playing close with the shotgun AWP, finds a no-scope.
What do you do now if you're Renegades? At every single turn, you are losing the aim duel, you're losing the fights, you can't find a way into either of the bomb sites. Do you even remember the last time the bomb went down for the Renegades? I certainly don't. It's been quite a while. They've just been completely shut out of this match so far by mousesports. Something needs to change right now for the T side, and maybe JKS needs to be the one to step up here for the Renegades. He's found that first frag onto Oscar, chasing down Sticko, and he'll be able to get that one as well, but there's just too many players left alive.
That's been the problem here for Renegades. Everything they get back, they lose too many players first as Rops closes it out, and that just leaves Mouse with the confidence and the info to take all the picks that they want. It's not going well for the Australian boys here. The crowd's trying to get on side and help them out, but I think they might need a little bit more than just that. They need some wins here, and mousesports have been finding these early picks so well. Look at the money. Their CT side economy well established. Renegades need to win 2, maybe even a third if a force buy comes out, just to get rid of all that money from Mouse. If they can do that, they'll tie it up 6-6, but they're starting off with the pistols here.
And Oscar once more going to be going aggressively into middle. He just has no fear right now. No one on the Renegades has dealt with him so far, and why should he expect they're going to start now? Again, an aggressive face from the CT AWP, and he gets 2 before being overwhelmed. There was too many Renegades players there, but he has, again, done his job. Throws an AWP over into the hands of Azza, but that's very quickly relinquished by Sunny with a double kill. And the Renegades once more just rely on a sole player against 4.
Bomb down as well. It's too easy for Rops. He's been sitting around this pit in short position for the entire game. He's had a very good time of it. Look at that money. mousesports massively dominant here on their CT side of Renegade's own map pick. This is just so gutsy from Oscar as well. The first op pick, the 5-7 out.
Yep. Normally you would see an AWP try to back out there, flash themselves away or anything, not take the reface. But Oscar is feeling so confident right now, and the Renegades just can't get anything done. There's so much money on the side of mousesports that he might as well try and take a duel like that. And for the Renegades again, here's another timeout. I wonder what they're saying to each other right now.
Well, whatever it is, they've got to figure something out here. It's just not been going well at all. On the side of mousesports, they're going to be thrilled with how that's been going for them. The double AWP has been able to find so much damage. Chris J locking down B. Oscar dynamic on A, picks into second mid, holding down mid. Really not giving Renegades a chance to get anything going. Nifty's on the big green gun now, but he needs to be winning these AWP duels here. If he can take out one of Chris J or Oscar, that could be a bomb site opened up. But given how much damage that Oscar's been able to do on this B bomb site, that is what gives mousesports the freedom to go stack 3 over on B, at least initially to stop off against the rush. Sticko does come back over to A to reinforce that bomb site after making sure that there's nothing quick on B from Renegades. And indeed, there will be nothing so far this round. They're taking Apps control already. Ustillo's around Boiler. But look at this from Sunny. They've cleared out bottom mid. They're down below this smoke. Renegades, they need themselves an entry frag here.
Well, they need probably a little bit more than that, judging by how things have been going so far. mousesports it feels almost, even if they play 4 versus 5, they're probably going to win these rounds. They're just looking far too strong right now. Chris J will get a little bit toasty there behind Carr, but he stays alive. And into the A-bomb site now come the Renegades. It's an execute. They're pulling out all the stops here, but Sunny has opened up. This hasn't been checked. Sticko gets 2 and a headshot across onto Azza as well. That leaves the job easily open here for Rops to close out that kill. And just JKS left alive. We know what a clutch master he can be and has been in the past, but this one, a very, very important one again for him. He needs to try and find Sunny, but the timing, well, not quite there for him, but he still manages to win the duel, sacrificing a lot of HP, decides to pick up the AWP. And he knows that Rops is in the pit, but Rops ready and waiting for the kill. JKS goes down, 8-3 now up for mousesports. Another round thrown at them, another round that does not stick for Renegades.
And now a start that looks dangerously reminiscent of last map here for Renegades, and pleasingly reminiscent of last map for mousesports. They're already up 1-0 in the series. They'd love to close this out 2-0, and so far, Renegades haven't had an answer for it. The double offs have been locking down kills. Even that last round, Renegades get all the way onto the site. There's players inside that bomb site, they're allowed to do so much damage. Rops isn't even needed until the 1v3, or 3v1 from their point of view. So Renegades, they're not doing all right getting the map control, getting the apps control at least, but they haven't yet been able to do too much with it. It's been getting them towards the bomb sites, but not the entries. This 3-stack on A has been so difficult to deal with for Renegades, and it must be said, mousesports do a very similar thing every round. Start out with usually 3 in banana, just to stop that banana rush, then rotate back, have 3 on the A bomb site, as that is where Renegades are choosing to go the majority of these rounds. And that's working fine. So if Renegades can get a read on that, maybe a delayed B would be the way to go. But it's difficult to read when you've only been hitting 1 bomb site. What's happening on the other one?
Even still, mousesports with their 2 players on B have been so stoic and they haven't really allowed Renegades into that site at all. Neither option seems ideal right now for Renegades. You just need to keep on grinding these rounds out and hopefully for them, try to find the opening that they need. This time, letting the timer tick away a little bit. Rotating backwards and forwards across the map. The bomb still close to the A bomb site. Not sure yet what Renegades want to do.
Drawing utility onto both sites at once to fake into A, but draws the players from mousesports over into the bomb site, getting set up for the exact play they made last round that shut Renegades down, but they haven't heard anything yet.
Hasn't drawn the B rotator across either for mousesports, so there's still 2 players here in a very late round. Incendiary comes out from the CT sides. Renegades are going to be locked behind the flames. No, they decide to push on through, but look at how low Jacob and Ustillo are. They need to hit some fantastic entries. And the first has come across from Jacob, but Nifty's killed Ustillo, and Sunny will spray down 2. The USP out. Is there time to plant? Of course there's not. And the Renegades, another round going by the wayside as the mousesports just do enough on the B-bomb site.
At least they clean up Sticko, but Renegades, that round looked so good, but that's the problem right now with what Renegades are doing on their T side. They're not really taking a lot of map control early or spreading out across the map. And when you do that, ideally what you want to be able to be doing is drawing out the early utility out of the CTs, making them give up a bit of info about where they're playing, or at least make them expend some smokes, some molotovs, anything really, so that your late round takes work a bit better. In that round, Renegades had some presence toward apps and mid, but they didn't take a single fight. And as a result of that, when they go back over to B, there's still 2 molotovs waiting for them. They get the 1 entry, but with the team kill there, it allows the remaining B side player to hold on for long enough that there's no time left for Renegades. And that's a bit of a disappointing round for them. But Mouse up 9-3, showing clear dominance once again on their CT side. The double off still paying dividends. The setup's working perfectly. Renegades cannot find anything.
They force sport into the round, and it needs to be the next 3 for the Renegades here. They need to get that momentum heading back into the second half, turn it into a 9-6. It is still possible for the Renegades to come back into this map, but it is slowly dwindling away for them. And Chris J opening things up there. As they're able to trade out, but he doesn't know there's another player there. Sunny will go down as well. It's 3 versus 3.
But look how quick the rotator's coming. Oster, Sticko, and Rops already all the way here. Rops will go back. Not sure if it's a fake yet. There's barely been any from Renegades. There was that one that they threw a couple rounds ago onto A, but there was no utility with it. And now Oscar has this angle. Renegades, there's the smoke for CT, but they're going to fall back. See, now they're starting to play some games with the CT side. They're starting to draw out the utility, make them second guess themselves, and there's actually 2 players over on A. This is better from Renegades.
Slow and steady wins the race. Ustilo still does have a smoke that can be thrown into CT if Renegades opt to hit this B site. But Oscar's managed to get in the site. Nifty, a good flick. That opens things up. And now, no more players on the B site here for mousesports. Renegades, surely will get the bomb down.
That was beautiful there from Renegades. The fact that none of them are hit by the Molotov and that none of them run away to get out of its clutches means that there is no audio cue for Oscar to give them any indication that they're there, and it'll be caught completely out in the open. So Renegades, it works out well for them. They finally start to play around with the mousesports rotations, draw out the grenades. There's still a bit of utility left, and 2 versus 3. Why not go for the retake at this point if you're Sticko and Rops? But the bomb timer already getting towards halfway done. Renegades, surely this is a round they can hold on to.
No reason not to for the mousesports, but it is a must-win round for the Renegades. In fact, mousesports have decided that they don't actually want to go for the retake. Their economy, while good, is not so amazing, and they count themselves out of this round. It's a risk versus reward decision. They've decided to go for low risk, no reward. But at least they get to take these 2 guns through.
And they might get some exit damage here as Rops is waiting for them.
Well, just 1 gun through.
That wasn't even actually the kill on Nifty. I was wondering what was happening there, but Nifty got tagged a lot and then taken down by the bomb as he went B-hopping out of sight. Still, though, it's a round for Renegades, one that they desperately need, but they haven't done anything really to the mousesports economy. While there's a few players low, they've got enough money that they can pass out guns easily. The double off will come back out onto Chris J and Oscar. And for Renegades, this round is no easier than the last ones have been, but at least they've found something that works.
Yeah, but how many times is it going to work, Tim? That's 1 gun round that the Renegades have won so far in this half, and we're 13 rounds in. It's not a pretty picture, but it is still something that can be salvaged for the T side right now. Every single round counts right now for Renegades.
And Mouse are trying something different on Banana, boosting up over that wall. No one looking at it just yet for the T side. It's back to a pretty similar setup to what we've seen from Mouse, 2 on B, 2 on A. This time they leave Chris J to anchor. He can lock that down with the help of that smoke. That allows Sunny to go all the way over to the A bomb site. That does mean, though, that if Renegades go for a quick flash into Banana, maybe they can take it, but instead it's utility out onto A. The bomb's here as well, but 4 players for the CTs. This is difficult for Renegades.
Damage already being done as well over to the Renegades. Nifty down to 32, and Sticko unchecked, as it will drop. That's the first blood drawn by mousesports. And that slows down the offensive here of the Renegades as they just stop and stand in position. Now they must assault the bomb site with a player deficit.
The last round worked because they took the map control, they drew out some utility, and they made Mouse second-guess themselves. This time, they don't do that. Chris J has all the info into Banana. He tells his teammates, yeah, go ahead and rotate. They're not here. I'll tell you if they are, and you'll be able to get over here A-OK. Now you still need to find this opening frag, but he's been spotted out. Renegades, this has to work.
And it's not looking like it is going to. Ustilo goes down early. JKS tapping away, but he can't find the heads. And Rops will shut down too. Nifty doing his best shotgun AWP impression, but again, overwhelmed by the numbers of mousesports. And they are up to 10.
And again for Renegades, it's the lack of map control. It's the lack of probing mousesports that's giving these rounds away for them. It's a very difficult position to find themselves in, as of course they cannot know what we do. But it's still unfortunate to see. Though, they're not out of this one yet. Win this round, they get 10-5. That's where they were on Mirage, on their own map pick. Maybe their CT side can work out for them, but it would be unfair to say that without noting just how dominant and amazingly mousesports have been playing this. They've been shutting Renegades out completely, picking up on the mistakes, on the control that they're given. And now Renegades, 2 rifles, 3 CZs, bit of utility, but Oscar's going to find the first again, so sharp.
Well, I was going to talk about how Nifty doesn't have head armor there, but I guess when there's an AWP shooting him, it doesn't really matter. And Renegades, they might not even be able to achieve that 10-5 scoreline that you spoke about from that first half of Mirage. Looking very dire indeed for the Renegades here. Making some progression up Banana though. And the B bomb side is where they did have success a couple of rounds ago, but this time not as much utility really to play with for the Renegades in this one. And the guns are weaker as well, but they're going to face the B bomb site and try and challenge Chris J's AWP. It's already netted 1 kill there for the mousesports, and Sunny will spray down 2. Why should I even question the mousesports right now as they shut down 11 rounds. Renegades with only 4, and that's the end of the first half. Things looking very dire indeed for the Renegades. We're going to head to a quick break, but we'll find out if they can bring it back here in the second half. The Renegades now backed into a corner, down 11-4 at the end of the first half. But if there's one thing Australians love, Tim, it's an underdog story, and this is one that the Renegades have presented for us. They need to get 12 rounds to close this out. mousesports just 5 away. The pistol round, oh so important here for the Renegades, but still not out just yet. mousesports have presented us with a very dangerous scoreline, but the Renegades, let's see what they can do here in the second half.
It's worth noting, though, that Renegades did win that first pistol, and still they sit at 4-11, so we're going to need something a bit more from them in this half, but it's doable. They've got the home crowd on side, and if there's ever a time where Renegades need some of that home crowd advantage, I think it's now. So let's see what we can do for them, Sydney, as the pistol round will be coming up here very shortly. Renegades, they need something big here.
They do indeed. Ustillo, he's the man on the screen right now, and that something that the Renegades, or he's rather something that the Renegades will need to step up. Everyone on the screen right now needs to step up here for the Renegades, all individually, not quite firing against the mousesports. And this is going to be potentially the last half that we see the Renegades in here at IEM Sydney. We're about to find out as they make their way into the pistol round, and Ustillo almost looks for the opening frag, but Sticko just far too sharp as Hazza is locked down out of the apartments.
Renegades, they go for the quick peek into second mid, but it's still dangerous here. They've lost one player, and they're looking for the headshots towards Ustillo as well from Mouse. He can't quite find it. That's a lot of pressure that's been established on the A bomb site. Only now will they start to fall back from it, but the rest of Mouse are over towards B. Those two players in second mid have done more than enough to call out that it is just these two rotators, or these two players on the B bomb site. The smoke is out to delay, but there's a lot of work to be done now. It's just Jacob and JKS on this B bomb site, and they have to come up huge now. mousesports looking for 12.
JKS to take the first contact, though. Jacob will find the first kill. JKS already down low, and now it's just on the solo player. Jacob will get 2, but I'm not so sure it's enough here for the Renegades. Nifty and Ustillo, 2 is all that they have versus the 3 of the mousesports, and the bomb down now. The B site so difficult to retake. That's a good shot though from Chris, or onto Chris J. It might be enough here though. The rotation coming across from Sunny in CT spawn. Oh, he's caught them off guard. The shots don't quite connect though, and the information given to the Renegades. Nifty needs but one more shot. Ustillo will get it, and the Renegades, they close out another pistol round here, and they'll put themselves on 5. It's the start they needed here in the second half, Tim. I'm not ready to call it just yet. I'm not ready to call the comeback, but maybe, just maybe, Renegades have something left for us here at the Qudos Bank Arena.
What do we think, Sydney? Can they do it? All right, that sounds a lot more convincing. We'll see. They're going to go onto the rifle and SMG buy here, look to farm up some cash. Look at that quad HE buy as well. Well, you guys can't see it yet. I'm looking at it. There it is. Quad HE's out, possibly just going to go for the airstrike straight down mid, try and mop up these pistols from Mouse. They don't have any armor or anything behind them. Here comes the first grenade from Nifty. And if they can do the damage with the utility before having to take it with the guns, even better. Makes the SMG clean up that bit easier.
Does indeed, but mousesports not presenting an easy shot for those grenades that you spoke about. These might do a little damage, although not quite connecting. mousesports remain unscathed for now. But already Renegades have some information onto Banana. And that is good for them on the CT side here. Still waiting, though, for mousesports to make their move.
This could be a problem here for JKS. He's pushed down into logs, and he's made it that far, but had he kept going, there's a crossfire established from mid and the T stairs. As it is, though, Mouse are about to bust out here, playing contact. Nifty's going to get the smoke out to block them off, but it is just these pistols. And Renegades with 3 players in the A bomb site. If the bomb commits this way, hopefully they'll be able to mop it up, of course, for the hopes of the crowd here. But Mouse, they would love to take this force buy, or even just a pistol buy, and send Renegades home early. Here comes the push, though. The rifles are ready, and for Mouse, it's the single flash and smoke to make this work.
Nifty looking for the first frag here, but mousesports making us wait for the moment. Sooner or later, they will have to push in, though, with 35 seconds left on the clock. Don't have much left here to work with. And a flash out for Nifty does allow him to peek around. He'll throw a flash himself as well and continue to scout for information. Deciding to fall back into the bomb sites. Renegades do find the first kill, and the timer ticking away now for mousesports. They must force their way into the bomb site. And, well, Renegades not too keen on that idea, and 6 comes up for them, and that's a much better looking anti-eco than what we saw.
Staying with all their players up, that's what they wanted. And that will be shutting out mousesports for now. Gotta love that. But for Mouse, bomb down in the opening round gives them a buy. And I saw an AWP out there, I'm sure. There it is onto Oscar. That's very early. Round 18, round number 3 of the half. Oscar's on the AWP. That could be dangerous. There's no answering sniper on Renegades. They're playing for the bonus round here. The SMG is still in hand for the most part. Nifty with the only rifle, and it's just a FAMAS too.
Yeah, Renegades with some good early banana control. JKS once again pushing on forward. This time, he does have the backup there as well of Jacob. So mousesports might have a bit of a rude awakening for them if they do head towards this B-bomb site. But if they overwhelm those 2 players in banana, and that's the B site cracked open. Right now, mousesports not too keen to do anything, just waiting to see if Oscar's going to be able to find a pick with this AWP. Which certainly would be unexpected for the Renegades if they were to walk through that smoke and there's an AWP waiting for them. But seems unlikely that the Renegades at this point will be pushing that smoke.
But they don't need to be pushing. Remember Oscar on Mirage, charging B, getting 2 picks by himself. He's certainly a capable, aggressive AWPer, but this crossfire in bottom banana should be...
Rotation's already come across here from the Renegades though, so they have 3 players in this area of the map, and even if the first 2 go down, oh dear, the shots are missed by Jacob. JK is at least good enough for the trade. I was going to say, if both of those 2 players went down, there was still another to deal with for the mousesports, which might have been unexpected this late in the round. But now that opening for the mousesports, that does split the bomb sites up just a little bit, and they'll head, at least for the moment, towards the A bomb site.
Sunny's going to get on that push though, straight up into Arch, but Azza at least gets the damage across and falls back. The buy is not equal here for Renegades. They need some opening frags, but Azza can't find it against Sunny.
Yeah, gets the headshot across, but Sunny down to 5 HP. Bustillo now with the world on his shoulders. Will shut down 2. Sticko and Rops are dropped. And Nifty does get rid of Oscar. There's just 7 seconds left now. And the mousesports are not going to be able to get anything done here. Sunny will save the AK. Oh, he is being chased right now by JKS, but I don't think JKS will catch up to him.
Look at the guns, though, that Renegades do pick up from that. They get an AK and an AWP out of it. That's an excellent round from them. It was a bonus round. Ustillo doing some great work on the bomb site, shuts them down. This is starting to look better for Renegades. They're still 4 behind, but they've done well so far on their CT side. Of course, they need to do better than Mouse did if they want to get back into this matchup, but so far they've done pretty well. And for Mouse, the saved AK is there, but everyone else can't really buy one. Oscar could force into an AK-47 and armor, but for the rest of their players, there's not much that can be done.
Yeah, well, Renegades. All of a sudden, that absurd first half that mousesports was able to get 11 rounds doesn't look quite as scary anymore. 11-7. Renegades are doing okay right now on that CT side. Like you said, they've built up the money, and they have an eco to go up against now.
With the exception of that AK, of course, and JKS still with the MP7 in hand, can farm a bit of cash for himself. Nifty, though, looking for the pick into mid. Perhaps it's a grenade out. He'll fall back and play from Arch side. A bit more safe for him. And Mouse, they are looking into mid early on, but there's still a bunch of utility left to use on Renegades that can delay this. It's really only Sunny that they need to be super concerned about, but also need to be aware of these 1v1 fights. Ustillo just might be caught out here, but him and Rops will spot each other and both will fall back.
No one too keen to take that duel, and I really don't blame Ustillo at this point. If you're peeking into Rops, you're thinking, this could be a little bit dangerous. Rops has been very sharp throughout today and throughout the rest of IEM. Again, Renegades are going to float JKS deep in the banana. mousesports, eventually they might cotton onto this, so it's something that Renegades should not overcommit to.
That said, though, Jacob's playing bait. It's not just the crossfire this time. Jacob is baiting them into JKS, and in the meantime, Nifty's found the opening pick. Let's see how this banana setup works.
Well, JKS is able to spray down 2, not quite a third for him, but Jacob gets 2 as well. It's all fair for the Renegades there, everyone getting involved. And it's giving the crowd a bit more to cheer about now as Renegades start to make their comeback here into Inferno. It's slow and steady, and they're plodding along, but they're grinding away these rounds, and now they find themselves only 3 behind.
Another gun round going to come up here from mousesports, but so far they haven't really been able to get anything done with them. Renegades, their banana control has been a big part of what's allowing them to hold on to it, changing the setup around very subtly each time, but it keeps Mouse off guard. This time, it's going to be Nifty doing what Oscar did, looking for a pick into mid, and he's very exposed, and the timing is just off.
Well, that is a little bit unfortunate there for Nifty, isn't it? But at least he's still alive here. Azza has been dropped quite low. That could be problematic again for the Renegades heading into the late round. But right now, mousesports Not really putting any inroads into that A-bomb site. There's a lot of presence over on B right now for the CT side, but with JKS in a position like this, anchoring the bomb site, does allow the rotation across from the Renegades. 4 on A.
So I was about to say there might have been some players over there, but Jacob's on the way, and Nifty spots that one, hits the shot on Sunny to open it up.
Another one coming out here, though, for Sticko as he jumps out onto the balcony. Oscar's traded back onto JKS as well, and they know that the B bomb site is now open. Renegades will have to rotate across, leaving Azza to anchor on the site, but already mousesports is on B, and this is looking dangerous now for the Renegades. Player disadvantage, needing to retake the B site, and mousesports back with a vengeance.
You can see how tentative they're being with Azza as well. He doesn't want to rotate yet. He only does it as the bomb goes down, worried about that lurk, but that flashbang might just allow them a way in.
Oh, great shot hit by Nifty, the head flying off of Chris J, but Sticko, has he made too much noise here? He spotted out Azza. He has made too much noise, and Azza's gotten rid of him, but it's still a 2 versus 2, now a 2v1, and Oscar playing in this position. I've seen one player already dash the hopes of an Australian side from here with the Orb, Tim, and I desperately hope for the Renegades it's not going to happen again. Azza facing and watching, won't hit the shot. Oscar will go down, and the Renegades, they secure another one, a magical retake on the B-bomb side.
It was a full 10-second defuse as well, but Renegades, they bring it back to within just 2. The money from Mouse is there. They can get another buy going here. At this point, the round loss bonus is built up, but look at the Renegades economy. They're established now all around $7,000, or the bulk of them are at least. Jacob on your screens there, the newest honorary Australian, stepping into this Renegades roster. But for mousesports, the buy is back on. The full AK-47s are out, and maybe they can stop the Renegades tide here.
Well, they do need to stop the rot because Renegades are certainly coming back into this match, and Nifty now taking matters into his own hands will open up onto Rops. All of a sudden, you start to sense a shift in momentum as the Renegades now, they are the ones making plays, as opposed to mousesports just absolutely decimating the Renegades. 11-9, it's still work to be done by the Renegades, but it's starting to feel possible.
Perhaps a bit of belief now in the arena as everyone quiets down. mousesports looking for some positioning into Apps, and Nifty did get a look in towards the player in Apps there. He spotted him twice now, but hasn't taken the shot. It's likely to be a wall bang. He'll go for it and fall back. But the info is exchanged for both sides, and for Mouse, it will be a play towards A by the looks of things, but a man down from that early push from Nifty. There's 3 players here for Renegades waiting for them.
Again, JKS is spotting deep into the banana though, and this gives a lot of information over to the Renegades. Not quite enough though for Jacob to rotate back across to the A bomb site as we have seen previously. So now just 3 players. Oh, timing shot out from Nifty. That opens things up nicely for the Renegades as they're starting to hit his shots as well. There's 2 players to deal with here though, and Oscar has been dangerous, but Azza is even more as he gets all 3. Massive work from the Renegades in that round. And now the crowd is getting involved. That 6th man is here.
10-11, Renegades just 1 behind. And Mouse, they've looked a bit lost on their T side so far. They are all sitting on around the $3,000 mark as well, so the buy won't be great. But finally, Renegade stars are starting to turn up. It's Azza locking down 3 in that round that helps them close it. It's Nifty opening up with the Orb picks.
The pressure has been all on the Renegades up to this point, but now mousesports are the one to call a tactical pause. Now they are starting to feel the pressure here. It's all mounting upon them. When you get off to an advantage like that and then a team starts coming back, you start questioning yourself, and mousesports right now, there must be that thought in the back of their minds. What if Renegades come back and close this map out? Then we might be in with a bit of a problem heading into map 3.
It's 6 rounds straight for Renegades now. Admittedly, they did lose 10 or so straight, 9 straight on their own T side, but they've done well on the CT, and it's just the pistols facing them. Again, the early utility into Banana from Renegades. They've done that every round, and it's worked out quite well so far. They've just got to force Mouse back with these pistols. This time, Nifty's called out that they will be on those pistols. Doesn't go for the aggressive AWP pick when players are likely to be closer to him. But again, it's A on the board for mousesports, and the push coming in. Nifty's been flashed off.
Azza as well has been flashed, but it fades favorably for him as he finds Chris J. Sunny and Sticko, though, doing some real work. The pistols coming up with the goods now for mousesports, and 2 players left alive for Renegades. This is not the kind of a round that you want to drop if you're trying to come back into a map. mousesports with the bomb down, now with 2 M4s and an orb. And with good post-plant positions, this looks almost impossible for Jacob and JKS. But perhaps they can do the improbable, perhaps even the impossible at this point, as they slowly make their way towards the bomb site. They do have both defuse kits to use. They both have some utility to work with here as well. And such an incredibly important round here for the Renegades. They might just have to let it slip, as they've been given nothing by the Renegades, or rather by mousesports. What they were doing was they were waiting to find a pick potentially if someone was walking around on that bomb site, but mousesports, they just did not move at all, and Renegades could not find an angle in.
And unfortunately, JKS trying to find some damage on the players in pit so that they go down to the bomb, trying to rip away the guns that Mouse had stolen by any means possible, means that he will take too much damage and fall. And in a round that could have been the tying one, 11-11, instead Mouse move ahead to 12-10. Renegades, though, with the streak they've been on, the money is established. The buy is back out. 3 HE grenades here, so again, they're going to try and find some damage onto Mouse early. But for mousesports, they've got the guns back out. They keep one of the stolen M4s in the AWP. Nifty threw a smoke, but Oscar's there.
This time, Oscar ready and waiting. Renegades, they'll push Jacob forward, and that's very risky. Look how low he gets. But he does get the first frag. He'll be traded by Sunny. It's just the round of pushing through the smokes here for both these teams. But mousesports come out better for it. 3 versus 4. Again, Renegades playing with a player deficit early in the round.
This might just be where it slips away from the Renegades. They did so well up to this point, but now mousesports starting to get the Angels rolling again, starting to find those picks and potentially undoing Renegades. Still early days yet.
Still enough money as well for Renegades next round to buy through if this one does not go their way. Tactical pause perhaps, if that were the case, would not be a bad idea here for the CT side. 13-10. It wouldn't be over just yet for the Renegades, but mousesports have certainly come into these last few rounds and changed things up a little bit.
JKS potentially alone on the B bomb site, had Azza been isolated by a smoke, but instead Azza rotates through to coffins, and now it's going to be a pop flash out that will make the space here as the utility comes in for the B bomb site. Azza and JKS need a big one.
Let's see what Azza can do here. JKS burning alive. It's a great Molotov out from the mousesports. And Azza has to fall back behind that smoke. A 2 versus 4 retake again here for the Renegades is what they would need to do. But with Usillo already rather I should say not already. He's hanging over on the A bomb site, hasn't rotated across. There's no chance that he gets to the B bomb site in time. And Azza just has to fall back, fall away. Another bitter round there for the Renegades. But taking these 2 guns through will allow them to have a very good buy next. And that's where they need to fight back. If they allow mousesports to 14, it's over.
It may well just be at this point, but still, of course, a chance for Renegades. They've done well to bring it back this far, but up 11-4. Were Mouse now sitting at 12-10. Even though Renegades have brought it back this far, these rounds from Mouse now coming through might just be enough for them to steal it away from the Australian side in front of a home crowd as well. But as you said, with those guns being saved through, the buy will come out. Nifty onto the AWP. We've seen him pushing mid quite a few rounds in this half, and he's had mostly good success apart from last round where Oscar finds the first pick onto him. But I wouldn't be surprised if Nifty, uncowed, will go for this shot again, but no. This time, not feeling it. That's the effect that Oscar's had. That one pick forces Nifty to change up his play style.
Well, the thing is now for the Renegades, there's no second chances. Those high-risk plays, if they don't work out, that's going to be mousesports ending up the map at 16-10, 16-11, something like that. So for the Renegades now, just playing a little bit safer back in their bomb sites once again. The B side is being explored just a little bit here by mousesports. Banana is theirs. Jacob needs to be very careful holding this angle.
He should be smoked out either way, and there it is. That'll block him out. He's going to go through it, but thinks the better of it. No one from Mouse is committed just yet. JKS playing a bit of an off angle up on second oranges. Might catch them out if they push, but for now, Mouse aren't committing to this. Seeing if they can pull the Renegades' rotations around the map, and that single smoke into CT is answered by one from Renegades, so nothing just yet. But with the bomb at bottom Nana, admittedly, Mouse haven't committed anywhere. They could go A or B, so most likely they're going to try and find picks on both sides and move off of what they find. Az is going to get forced off the angle as well. if some noise can be made by mousesports in that lower bracket with Dicko and Rops, that could call another CT over.
Right now, mousesports completely restricting the information that Renegades can get. You can see how far back in the sites the CTs are playing. That means they have no idea where the offensive is going to come from until the smokes and flashbangs land. Jacob here with a big job to do. He'll land the spray onto the first. JKS gets the second. And Renegades holding strong here on the B-bomb site. Will allow the rotation across. 15 seconds on the timer for mousesports, and the bomb still holding in Banana. They've rotated off. They're not going to get to the A-bomb site in time. It's a round for the Renegades.
Finally, they pull one back. The picks going their way in the opening duels. And Mouse, while they were doing a great job restricting the information that Renegades could get, in the end, they start themselves with just a little bit too much time. The picks come through, and Renegades come away with another one. Now only 2 behind. God, JKS is the sign. And perhaps it's a sign that we need in both the metaphorical and literal sense.
Well, another sign out here from mousesports. Their pressure getting to them. A timeout comes through once more. It's 13-11. And Renegades, they've got a full buy through, of course, but mousesports saving 3 guns as well. Does mean that they can get a nice purchase through here as well.
For Mouse, got good guns out. Chris J is limited to a Mac-10, but Chris J is certainly a player that can make just about anything work. So I'll see what he can find with that, though. Renegades on the full buy again. They've been having some decent rounds here. Finally, that B-hold was rock solid that time from Jacob and JKS, and that's very important. If they can have that sort of success, then given how much time Mouse have been taking in a lot of their T-sided rounds, maybe this can work into the Renegades' favor, but they're facing down what is essentially a full buy here. Chris J is limited, but with the Mac-10, he's just going to be going fast somewhere. Maybe apps, maybe mid, maybe up Banana, but it's second mid where the control is being taken from Mouse, and they are moving quite quickly up into the apps.
Quite quickly indeed. Grenade out there from Azza, who's actually going to do a fairly significant chunk of damage. That's nice for the Renegades. Puts a couple of players down to a one-shot for the M4s, should they hit the head. And Nifty once again going to be holding the angle. Hasn't spotted anyone out in the spider sense is tingling a little bit there as he decides to back off. Gets himself safely into jungle. And the incendiary down as well. Might buy some time here for Renegades. mousesports though getting some good positioning, but Ustillo starting off well for Renegades. And this slows down mousesports. They enter towards Diggity now, towards the A-bomb site. Azza ready and waiting. There's a crossfire with Ustillo in the pit, and Nifty, again another shot across from him. The bomb spotted by Renegades and dropped. Surely this round cannot go the way of mousesports now. Rops and Oscar, the 2 stars of this roster, at least throughout this IEM. Still alive though, let's not count them out just yet as Azza has gone down on the side, and it's a 2 versus 2. Very possible now for mousesports.
Finding that pick onto Azza allows that bomb to go down. And while there is no utility on Mouse, there is someone Renegade. They're still holding good post plants, the terrorists.
Rops has been spotted out there. And a smoke down to keep Nifty at bay. It's all going to be onto JKS pushing up. No, I lie. Nifty's found a hole in the smoke, and that is going to be Rops going down. Oscar, what can you do for us? Position given away now to Nifty, but Nifty also gives away. Here's an Oscar. He misses the shot, so does Nifty. He has to get on the bomb, and Oscar, he shuts the round out. Nifty can't do anything there, and 14 is up now for the mousesports. Boy, oh boy, Renegades, they were so close.
Oh no. That is heartbreaking for Renegades. They did so much work to open that up, but still, the individual play shines through for mousesports. It's Oscar again, sitting at 18 frags currently. He's had such a big impact. And it's him and Rops, the star power, that are saving mousesports right now. There's so many rounds that could have gone the way of Renegades that have been turned around on their CT side, for example. It was Rops in the pit doing so much work. It was Oscar opening up rounds, and that stayed true here. Renegades now down by 3. They've done a lot of work to bring it back to this point. But will it be enough?
Yeah, that's the real question. Renegades, they've fought so hard and fought so well, but it might just not be enough in the end. mousesports still looking good to close this map out at 14-11. Renegades, they can't really afford to be losing any more rounds now. All their chances are done. This is the last opportunity for Renegades to come back into this map and close out this one and put us through to map 3. Remembering, of course, that mousesports did win map 1. So Renegades really now hanging on by a thread.
And the thread is growing ever thinner. Their connection to this game ever more tenuous, but They're back into it with a bye. Chris J's on the Mac 10 again, and Renegades, they lose this there on 15. This is a round they desperately need, and let's see if they choose to play it any differently.
Let's see if Renegades can make this one happen. The crowd feels it. The crowd are ready, and this is a must-win now for the CT side. Slowing things down, mousesports. Renegades with no real information as of yet, just holding back in their sights. But Ustillo has a nice angle. Should mousesports push out on the balcony? He's flashed, hasn't landed a shot. He has a chance here. The bomb is dropped. That's a big kill for the Renegades, but they need more. Nifty gets a connection onto Chris J and steps up against Oscar as well. Oh, Nifty, he's bringing out the goods in this round. Another one. That's exactly what the Renegades needed.
Nifty in the bomb site. Stepping up, the crowd are into it. Those are the plays we need for the boys. Let's watch this again.
I have never seen anyone go that ballistic, but that's exactly what I want to see, Sydney. That was the perfect reaction to that round. And Nifty, what a shot that third one was. Whew, well, let's calm ourselves down for a moment now as mousesports take what is a forced bye. Renegades here, they're still alive.
There is an AWP onto Oscar, and I'm willing to call any buy that has that in it a full buy. Chris J's up at full flash, but fortunately it's called that someone needs to come face him.
Yep.
And it will be JKM to do so, saving the life of his site partner.
Yeah. That was a very interesting passage of play. Both players flashed out. But Renegades come away with the advantage now. Player advantage, that is.
And that will be Mouse slowing the round down. If Chris J finds a pick or two there, it's an instant flood into the B-bomb site, and maybe that could have been curtains for Renegades, but they navigate the awkwardness well. Drops was left lurking around the nats, but he's found nothing, so he'll go over to join his team. And Jacob and JKS, one on boost, one on site. They've done well here on B before, but they're going to need to do it again with all of mousesports coming their way very shortly. There's not much utility, but there's enough to get them in.
It's a different crossfire setup here for the Renegades. We haven't seen anyone boosted on the power plant, on the pot plant, sorry, just yet from Renegades on the CT side. So Jacob might be able to catch mousesports off guard here. The grenade will do some damage, and JKS, he finds the first frag. Jacob the second. That's well enough for the Renegades as they now have a 4 versus 2. Not the post plant. Oscar hits a shot onto Jacob, but Nifty looking to deny the bomb plant, can't quite do it. Still player advantage for the Renegades, but they must wait for that rotation to come across. And Nifty, the hero right now for the Renegades, keeping them in this map. Will spot out the final player as well, and 2 massive rounds out from Nifty. Renegades, they survive one more.
5 kills, 2 rounds. Nifty doing his best to earn his Australian passport. And now a pause out from mousesports. They had an 11-4 first half. If you did miss that, they had such a big lead. And Renegades have brought it almost all the way back. This bye is just going to be pistols as well. This could be Renegades taking it through to 14, promising us 30 rounds, maybe even overtime.
Well, at this point, the Renegades, they are going to be hoping no overtime. They want the 16-14. I'm not so sure if they're on track to get it or if mousesports are going to be able to steal this one away one more time. Such a fantastic map that we're seeing right now between these two sides. Really coming down to the wire, but like you said, once more, Tim, mousesports onto the pistol bye. Renegades, this would be heartbreaking to drop right now. Let's hope it doesn't happen.
mousesports going to be committing 5 players to a fast B, but there's 3 Renegades waiting for them. The util's out and the push is in.
Oh, look at all the damage done by the Molotov. JKS to spray them all down. And the fire gets another one. This round is lit. And Oscar, the last alive, he's hiding in the smoke. JKS, he wants another frag here. He's got 3 already. But this is surely the round over the favor of Renegades. We're at 14-14 Renegades. They are bringing it back.
"30 rounds we go all the way." Renegades, they bring it back.
Can they bring it back enough? 14-14 is good, but it's not the map. There's still 1 map down as well, so this is still a must-win for the Renegades. mousesports have that extra life. And the buy comes through as well on the T side here. Nifty will challenge mid, but there is no responding challenge there from mousesports.
Oscar's been holding that angle, though, into the left-hand side of mid, or his right, every single round. This angle here, that's why Nifty isn't challenging it. He's been picked by it once after he pushed into mid a few times, and since then, he hasn't given Oscar any opportunity for that free frag. For Mouse, they've got Sticko going into the apps over A. Heavy banana presence coming through in the bomb. Left back in T-spawn. So a default spread for Mouse now, trying to find some info or some damage.
Again, the same line being held here from Nifty. Again, he spotted a player out. This time, let's see if he can hit the shot, holding it, biding his time, waiting for the perfect opportunity. And it might just present itself. Backwards and forwards go the T's. Still no kill just yet for the Renegades, though. And mousesports do have control of banana.
They do, but looks like there's going to be a boost coming out on that B bomb site over new box. It's Jacob going up. So once again, JKS and Jacob, a dynamic B site duo, altering their crossfire, but this time it's not where the bomb is headed. If
Look at this though.
Peak, he might find it, but no, the timing's off.
Nifty just not challenging the corner in time. That will leave mousesports unscathed as they make their way again towards the A bomb site, this time through carpets. Once more, Renegades will have to hold off another assault. They're moving around on the bomb side at a fairly inopportune time, but mousesports don't get the timing there, and now it's again Nifty. Let's see what he can do. Boom! He hits one shot, but he goes down straight after that. Rops, two excellent entries, 14-14, and mousesports will get the bomb down. The B players not rotating across now for the Renegades just yet. Azza needs this kill, but he can't get it. And maybe Renegades will be dropping this round. They can go for the retake. They have enough money to buy in the next round anyway. But they're going to decide to save regardless and get that full buy through. It means now Renegades fighting for overtime. And mousesports with a chance to clinch out the 2-0 victory.
Once again, apps control taken by Mouse, and this time they use it to perfection, running over Nifty. He gets one, but no more. And Jacob, Sonny's jumping in, but that's a big miss from him. An excellent shot from Sonny. JKS will hold on to his gun, and there is money.
It's still okay. It doesn't really matter losing that gun. That's how everyone in the crowd feels right now.
Hey, boys.
But the full buy should come across here from the Renegades. So there's no reason that they can't win this round out and put us through to overtime.
Oh, God, Azza. That's risky business at 15-14. He's got the Zeus out.
Well, he might as well just pick it up.
It's last round, why not buy everything? So it all comes down to this now for the Renegades. They have to win another gun round here in mousesports. They've been doing well here so far. Nifty once again not challenging mid, might go for it over the molly, but Oscar's ready.
Into second mid now, it looks Nifty, and the molly has done a little bit of damage there over to Sunny, so an advantage for the Renegades. But Nifty dropping that smoke down. mousesports, they might just be aware that Nifty is pushing. Decides to fall back to safety here for the Renegades. So, no early pick this time for mousesports. Once again, slowing the action down as they wait to see, discern what they want to do in this final round of regulation time. I almost said the map, but we're not quite there yet.
Not yet, but it looks like B will be the port of call here for Mouse. Once again, Jacob gets the smoke out to slow them down. And there's a few rounds thrown through it by Chris J, but once again, mousesports are taking things very slowly, not committing until they know exactly what's going on, what they want to be doing. They've got this apps control again, but the setup has changed. You still have an Azza playing a crossfire in case mousesports try to flood out of there again. 45 seconds. Chris J is going to make some noise on B. He's got Oscar there as well. They're going to try and open this up, and the bomb is going to go A. If Renegades don't get these kills, this round could be done.
JKS should know the positioning of Chris J, but still the kill will go the way of the T. Jacob, he knows there's danger lurking. Chris J will go down. The lurk not quite working out.
But the bomb has rotated. As soon as they get that first pick for free, mousesports go straight over, and it's all on Jacob now.
A late incendiary down will buy some more time, but the rotation needed across here from Renegades. Really, it is just Jacob, and he will get the first, but not the second. That denies a little bit of time here for mousesports, and it's still possible. Nifty almost denies the bomb. But they're going to have to retake here, 3 versus 3. An incendiary and a flashbang to work with. One kit on Azza. And Renegades' hopes here at IEM lie in this one round. They'll compose themselves before they enter the B side, but Oscar finds the opening kill onto Azza. The trade there from Nifty. Still more needed for Ustillo and Nifty now as Rops goes down and just one player left to find. Sticko, he'll drop. That's overtime. Renegades have done it, and they still survive here on Inferno.
From 11-4, we go to overtime. Renegades, they bring it all the way back. And they're not out of this quarterfinal yet.
Well, that was something magical from the Renegades, but they need to continue that magic here into overtime.
And the crowd seems to think they can do it, but of course, an Australian crowd, an Australian team, they've been on side all day. Hopefully Renegades can deliver for them here. A third map is what everyone is looking for. The most competitive Counter-Strike we can have, and now in overtime. $16,000, 4 rounds for the win, 3-round halves, 19, the magical number. Renegades will start out remaining on that CT side.
Let's see what Renegades can give us here. Nifty needs to continue his form on here right now. He has been the leader for Renegades in more ways than one, as he is performing fantastically with that AWP. 26 and 18, so many impact frags out from him as well. And this time clearing out the banana on his own. A change up for the Renegades. Hasn't been the AWP in banana for very long, or at all really for Renegades throughout that CT half.
This is the first round they've done that. That allows them to have 4 players on A. They know that Mouse have had a lot of success on A. They know Nifty is dependable, so they can leave him here to find the first kill, find the info.
Oh, that looked very close indeed, but Nifty, timing just not quite right for him there. The smoke will allow mousesports to progress on forward, but Nifty's still holding an angle here.
And now Nifty's playing a very dangerous game. If he can't get a kill or 2 here, or at least 1 and fall back, the B bomb site is going to go down. No one's even looked at the rotate yet for Renegades.
Well, it's a good incendiary out from Nifty there, and the flashbang also not too bad, keeping mousesports at bay, but well, this angle is so dangerous indeed here for Nifty. The flash across, he tags Sunny somehow, but he's managed to get out, and that's the more important thing here for the Renegades. Another opportunity for him to challenge the corner into the B bomb site, but decides against it, falls all the way into dark.
And the rotate is still not here. It's Nifty essentially 1v5.
20 seconds on the clock. Nifty, can you step up tall once more? Sunny goes down, but he needs at least another frag. No, he'll go down. And JKS in the meanwhile has gotten Rops. So at least it's a player advantage for the Renegades here. 4 versus 3. Well, they were able to pull off a 3v3 to save the game last round on the B site. They need to do it once more here.
But double AWPs to hold this off. Chris J and Oscar, they've been so dangerous. The utility is out. The flashbang will not hit Chris J, and he finds the first.
It's the perfect angle to be holding with an AWP, and this is not looking good for Renegades at all. Chris J just doing so much work with the AWP. He misses a shot, almost punished for it. But in the end, he does survive, and Sticko will find the next frag. Oscar goes down. JKS dropping him, but he himself traded out, and now just Azza, there's no time. The first round of OT will go the way of mousesports, but they lose both their guns. Not that it really matters.
Exactly that. It does not matter at all. $16,000 in OT. They will not have any financial stress. That's why Azza goes for the AK rather than saving the AWP. They can rebuy. Ooh, that's an optimistic team story. They've got it to overtime. Can they go further? That remains to be seen, but I think they're going to need to be a little faster on the rotations there. Mousesports read them perfectly. Nifty, a heroic effort, but essentially 1v5. There's so little he can do, and they're not going to go for that setup again. This time, it's back to what it was, regulation. Nifty looking for picks, 2 on B, 2 on A.
And it's the AWP stalemate once again here between Nifty and Oscar. Neither of them bold enough to peek the other. Mousesports progressing now, but slowly, as they have done throughout their T side, being very methodical.
Exactly that. Both teams back to their default here. Renegades try something new for 1 round and it doesn't work. So they'll go back to the dynamic B site duo of Jacob and JKS. Again though, mousesports, while they're getting some space in banana, they're still not committing anywhere. The bomb is still down here, but again, it all comes down to this 1 frag. If Renegades get it, Mouse fall back. If Mouse can take it on that T side, then the B pushes on.
Jacob to take the challenge, will spot the information there, but a smoke goes down to keep him at bay. The spray here from JKS is good, but he's traded out straight away. And Jacob, oh, he spots out Sunny. Oscar through the smoke somehow. And mousesports again, they take the B bomb site.
And look at the lurk as well. Rops is waiting for them in bottom mid. No one from Renegades will go that way, but that means that all of the Ts can just watch CT. They know it's where Renegades are coming from.
Nifty trying to take the challenge into construction, will go down, and now it's just 2 left alive here for Renegades. They have to try and take this bomb site back. You still owe a good entry, and that's weird to say on the CT side, but it's exactly what he needs. Another opportunity presents itself, and Stico does go down. Almost something magical here for the Renegades again as they come back into the site. No one's challenging. And Azza shuts down the final kill as well, just to put the cherry on the cake. It's one more round forward for the Renegades, and a round that they so desperately needed.
And pros do not fake, Sydney. Renegades, they pull up the retake to make it 16 rounds to 16 rounds. mousesports on that T side. Once again, money not a concern. Oscar's managed to spend all of his, but this is the final round of the first half of overtime here. It's not an issue at all that he's only got 50 bucks left. He has what he needs, and Nifty this time going for something different. He's going to go for the pick into second mid, but the double nade is out. mousesports did this a lot during regulation, and Nifty, they're very ready for him to peak here, so it's a wise choice to fall out from that.
Yeah, the double nade, though, not causing too much of a concern here for Nifty, as he's still fairly healthy. mousesports maybe changing up their tactics this time. They've tried B twice. It's worked out once. Azza cottoning onto this. Let's see what he can do. The AK. Oh, the spray is so good. And that's the bomb dropped here as well. Azza stepping up large indeed. Oscar will be able to trade him out, but that's 2 for Azza with an unreal spray down. The player advantage. Nifty brings another one in the favor of the Renegades. Rops dropping. And look at the positioning here now of Jacob. Oscar through the smoke. Going down very shortly indeed. That is going to give away his position. The smoke being dropped. But still players alive here for mousesports, and like I said, we can't count them out despite it only being a 2 versus 4. Oscar so dangerous with that AWP, and if he finds an angle onto Jacob, surely he hits the shot.
He won't find it though, and he'll have to go back towards this bomb site. Stico 2 on the way, and you still have spotted him. He can't find the frag, but the info's given, and they know that's not the bomb.
Jacob will find a free kill here. Oscar goes down, and now all Nifty has to do is hit the flick while he's been good with them. Hey. It takes him a couple of tries. In the end, 2, I will grant you, Nifty, as they come away with a round advantage after the first half of overtime. In saying that, though, a 2-1 CT side. Feel as though that's par, really, as we've seen both these teams get a lot of CT rounds. Maybe even 3 was necessary there for Renegades. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of this half does go. But right now, Renegades are in the lead for the first time in what feels like forever. Maybe even this entire series.
Not quite. They took the pistol on this map. They got the first 3 rounds. Fair. Other than that, there's been nothing for them. So this time they're actually in the lead. It means something. Maybe they can close this out. But the double AWPs here for Mouse. This has given Renegades so much trouble on their T side. Chris J will have to fall back though. Nifty's already on the push.
Just a bit of spam through the wall there for Nifty, trying to get anything done, but won't manage to connect. It's been a long time since we saw the Renegades on their T side. They managed 4 in regular time, 3 of which were pistols, so only 1 gun round they were able to achieve in 15. This time they need 2. And Nifty goes down early on in the piece. Chris J with a bold challenge into Banana, but it works out for him. They say fortune favors the bold, and that rings true in this scenario. Renegades a player down now.
And now Renegades will know that double AWP is out. When Chris J is AWPing, you know that Oscar is too. He's actually been taking the primary in a lot of these instances, so surely they will know what is up. But knowing and dealing with it are 2 very different things. As the 2 players sat on this B bomb site. 50 seconds left to smoke down. That's okay for the Renegades. They're under no pressure yet. Sunny does have another smoke and a Molotov, so that's another 20 seconds or so that they can delay, maybe a little longer. But no one on Mouse has gone pushing for info on A, so they won't be comfortable rotating just yet. There's that secondary smoke. Just mollies and flashes left now. Renegades, they've got a 4v2 on this B-bomb side if they can take it.
Yeah, and the firebomb to come in on the side as well from the Renegades. They haven't really put anyone out of position on the CT side. You still owe those spots out, Sunny, and now they just need to dispatch of Chris J. He gets 2. The third as well, no scope. Justillo goes down. It's all gone wrong for the Renegades. And Azza now 1 versus 3 with 10 seconds. There's almost no chance that he comes out of this one, but he's going to try. In the end, Oscar closes it out, and we're back to 17-17. Pressure back on the Renegades now as the CT side very favorable for mousesports. They need 2 rounds.
And it's Chris J with a gigantic 4 frag, starting with the one on Nifty, shutting down 3 players on that final push. That leaves us here at 17-17. Renegades haven't found too much in the way of dealing with this double AWP so far, as we do sit in a tactical pause of their own making. And they're going to need to find a way to deal with Chris J and Oscar, as 25 and 26 frags apiece. They're certainly doing well to keep the hurt onto mousesports. Nifty sitting up on 29, but it's 1 player versus 2. Not to say that no one else is fragging, but the AWP is certainly having a great time here on Inferno. 17-17, 2 rounds straight for either team to win, 1 apiece each for overtime number 2.
Yep. 30 frags up now for Nifty. So like you said, he definitely has been what's dragging the Renegades through this one on Inferno. But now they need a couple more rounds. Still a chance for both of these 2 teams. mousesports to close it out and knock Renegades out of IEM Sydney. Chris J with the challenge, but Nifty with the answer.
That is the start that they've been looking for, getting rid of one of those 2 AWPs. It's certainly been a thorn in the side of the Renegades. So closing it out will certainly help, but Oscar is waiting for the boiler push. Renegades do have the man advantage here, and that smoke or flashbang will be slowing Oscar down. It's actually 1 of each, the smoke then the flash. Oscar, though, wants to boost up Sticko. The spam, not quite going to catch them, but it's close.
Yeah, some damage done over there to Sticko, but what can he see over these smokes right now? The answer is nothing. It could still be dangerous, though, for the Renegades. They haven't spotted much out, but if they do, they know there's 2 players close here, and oh, this could be so bad for both these sides. Renegades take the timing duel, but it doesn't really work out in their favor. Oscar missing a shot, and Sticko can't get the trades. Renegades now toward the A bomb site, and it's all on Rops. The biggest thorn in the side for the Renegades so far, but not this round, as Nifty will be able to get rid of him. No problems at all. It's not a sunny day on Inferno right now for mousesports, as the Renegades will put the bomb down on the A site.
And with that timer underway, once again, the money not a factor in overtime. The only thing really worth saving for a CT side is an AK-47, as that's the only thing they really can't buy. Even with those double AWPs having been invested into, there's still money, and it's Nifty with a 3K, of course, pushing his way onto 32 frags. Renegades on match point.
1 round away now are the Renegades. Sydney, can they do it?
Hell yeah, they can. But mousesports, of course, not to be underestimated. The double AWP out again. It worked last round. They found the opening frags. It was Nifty doing the heavy lifting. He'll need to do it again.
So mousesports now fighting for their life here on Inferno. What a different storyline we tell than what we saw in that first half. It seemed over, it seemed done. It seemed that Renegades were done and out and gone. But they're still here and they're still alive. And the mousesports now perhaps cowering away as they potentially face map 3. JKS alongside Ustillo pushing forward, clearing out the apartments. And Chris J and Nifty, as ever, continue to stalemate.
At each other's throats always, but there is a boost up on Australia's favourite call-out, Diggity. Sticko has to give it up, though.
Oh, my goodness. A lot of damage done by the utility there onto Renegades, so they are quite low indeed. While they haven't lost a player, the T side looking a bit worse for wear.
All towards A now for the Renegades. Sonny, here's it coming at Somalia, but they're through and quick.
Jacob with the entry frag, but Azar does go down to the incendiary in the meanwhile. Nifty here on the A bomb site. Let's see what he can do. Perhaps not enough. Ustillo will go down as well, and it seems certain that we'll be pushed through to the overtime now. Nifty needs the 1 versus 3, and Oscar shuts him out. It's 18 apiece. OT2 to come.
After an 11-4 half, I don't think anyone would have predicted not 1 overtime, but 2. Nonetheless, though, it's where we currently sit.
If nothing else, Tim, this matchup has delivered, but map 3, what a dream that would be for everyone in this arena, and for the Renegades, and for us.
Exactly that. Pushing through onto Train would be ideal, but that's not to say this matchup hasn't already been competitive. 2 maps already stretched out with the second overtime, but it's mousesports on the CT side start this time. Double AWP out And the fast banana play from Renegades. Nifty's going to be given the first.
Oh, again and again and again, it is Nifty to find those opening frags for the Renegades. This time, just one more player to find, but Sunny gets a good timed shot in onto Jacob, and Nifty tries to challenge as the smoke does come up, but in the end, Renegades will have to be content with the B bomb site. The spam through here on the CT side, not going to be enough, and Sunny forced away by the incendiary. Damaged quite heavily. In the 4v4 now, you favor Renegades, that they have control of that B site. Very difficult to retake in this one for mousesports, but they have every possible utility that they could need as they try to make their way into the B bomb site. And no reason not to attempt this one. Azza flashed off the line, but a lot of time is ticked away, and Azza, all he has to do is spray through that smoke and he'll find himself a couple of frags. Mousesports still taking their time, letting us wait, and Nifty opens up onto Stico. They might have just timed themselves out of this round.
And Nifty is continuing to do damage. The molly onto the bomb will seal it. Even if all the kills come through, there is nothing that mousesports can do. Rops has to run. It's a 4 frag from Nifty doing the work. And it's the first round of overtime number 2. A terrorist side round as well. Those have been so rare for the Renegades.
Well, that's one round on the T side, Tim, and that has been where both of these teams have struggled so throughout Inferno. And if Renegades can get one more here in this first half, they'll be feeling very pleased headed into the second. Of course, 3 would be perfect, ideal.
The dream.
But 2, I feel, is enough after seeing that first OT. mousesports now, a challenge has been given to them by the Renegades. Let's see how they stand up and answer it.
Well, for one, Chris J is no longer aggressive into Banana. He's lost that duel enough times, and he's not confident taking it against Nifty anymore. And he's fallen back to take a crossfire on the B side itself, but this time it's Nifty still on the entry frag, but into apps. Although no one will be peeking. Still looking for the line, but no one from mousesports will give themselves up just yet. But it's 4 players here for Renegades. Just 1 with the bomb. Jacob watching that banana push just in case, while his teammates try and find some space into the A bomb side, and Nifty determined to open this up. We'll be going in for this pick now. Rops, though, in pit was so dangerous here in regulation. Can he do it here?
Definitely looking to for mousesports, but again, it's Nifty. Do I need to give this guy any more praise? He is the one for the Renegades right now as they make their way again, attempting the A bomb site. Ustillo will open it up, and Rops goes down. It's the perfect round here for the Renegades. Whoa! The flick is so good. And that'll be 20 now for the Renegades.
And finally, after who knows how many rounds, I'm not doing maths right now, the Renegades have figured out the mousesports A-hold. That's what it was for all of regulation. Renegades could do nothing to dent it, and finally, they've managed to stop it. They haven't lost a single gun, they've taken 4 away. And Chris J on the save here again. It's a save out of necessity because he can't win, not due to financial situations here. His money's not, actually no, the money's not great due to all double offs they've been buying. I speak too soon. They'll be able to get a decent buyout with all of this money, but as is through, he takes it away.
Well, there you go.
That actually limits the money. Look at the money there. That's just been gone, but 4300 for Chris J, 32 for Oscar. The drops will come out, but the double op won't be doable without some sacrifices elsewhere in the money, I think.
So 1 round left in this half of overtime.
1 round it is, and indeed, it's not the double AWP, it's just Oscar left with the single. Maybe this is it for Renegades, the clean 3-0.
Yeah, they definitely want that at this point. I said 2 might be enough, but 3, that's exactly what the Renegades are gunning for right now. And Oscar missing a shot, Nifty bouncing around like a jackrabbit.
I've loved Nifty's movement. I just love anyone doing the nice little KZ, but he's still going for this. The flashbangs through, the timing shot is missed. Nifty waits for it. Isn't given the opportunity, but the AWP is revealed, at least one of them. That said, mousesports making their own adaptations, taking banana control now. Once again, though, the round will slow down.
It's the push and the pull between the 2 teams right now. Renegades find one area of the map, mousesports another, and Nifty this time goes down to Oscar. It seemed sure that he would be able to get that shot, as it has been for so many times in this half. Oscar, I'm not so sure where that shot went, perhaps to the moon. But regardless, still the player advantage, and almost a leg shot onto Ustillo as he crosses the smoke. But now into the site do go the Renegades. Stico standing and waiting, Sunny there as well from Library. And it is just 2 now for Renegades. doing their best. But in the end, mousesports will close out at least one round here in the first half of the second round of overtime.
But Renegades, 2 needed. They've done this before. Their CT side has been excellent. It's what made this comeback possible in the first place. So they need another 2-1 here, or just a 2-0 straight up. This time, it's again going to be the same setup that we saw. Nifty, by the way, 37 frags, just 6 in the first half, 21 in the second, and in the 2 overtimes, doing very well for his team. And almost, oh goodness me, the fast presence from JKS, but it's lost to Sunny, and the nade not able to finish him off.
Oh, and a counter grenade coming out there from Sunny does quite a heck of a lot of damage to Jacob. Tim, it's Nifty. I'm a broken record.
38 frags. Someone get this guy an Australian passport already. He is keeping Renegades in it.
Well, if it was up to the crowd, I'm sure he'd already have an Australian passport. But right now, what Renegades want is just 2 rounds. It's not too much to ask, is it, surely?
Perhaps. mousesports have been good, but it's brought back into a 4v4, and it's Nifty with the pressure on, but Sunny holds the line. That's the B-bomb side exposed.
It is indeed, and mousesports, they know it, but they're going to be making sure anyway as the utility does go flying into that site. mousesports do take control of it. 3 versus 4. Renegades could still go for this, and it seems Azza is keen, but his 2 teammates, not really.
Azza all alone. Maybe his teammates with him, they could have made something of this, but he's clearly decided that he's the one who wants to do the damage. Try and keep mousesports honest. Again, the economy not going to be an issue in round 2 of overtime. It's too early yet for that 16k to be depleted. But it's a mental thing as much of anything. If he can get a few kills, single-handedly do some damage into mousesports, maybe they're a little bit scared, but the kills come through. It's Jacob 1v3.
Yeah, well, it was always going to be tough for the Renegades as soon as that bomb did go down. And 20 apiece now comes up there for the mousesports, hanging in the balance. The Renegades are on the favoured side, and they have that home crowd advantage.
At least I think they do. Do they? God, that's fun.
Aussie, 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 oi, 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 indeed here for the Renegades. 2 rounds away from pushing us through to map 3, and it's been a long map here for both of these 2 teams. Both of them will be desperate for a break, but both of them will also be desperate to close this one out. We're 40 rounds in now, Tim. And neither team showing any possibility of slowing down right now.
Certainly not. For Mouse, though, they really would love to take this 2-0. It's been a long one. They're up 11-4. And even though it's in double OT, they're still only 2 rounds from closing this one out and taking it. But again, Renegades, same situation. 2 rounds, they close this one, they push us on to train. And that's certainly what they would love to do. It's been all the Nifty show in the latter halves of Inferno here. And again, Jordan, it's Inferno on land in big matchups, giving us overtimes. Name a more iconic duo.
That's what we like to see.
I can actually might be able to name one for you. JKS and Jacob on the B-bomb site if they can lock this down. They've had some 50-50 holds here. Some have been great, sometimes they've been dominated. And we'll see if they can do it here, as now all 5 players of mousesports are rotating over, but lots of time's been burned once again. There's still 2 Molotovs here they can throw out to slow the mousesports push down. Even though they're getting this execute ready they threw last round, those Molotovs can do a lot of work here. And if Renegades can slow them down enough, maybe this works, but the first Molotov goes into smoke.
Yeah, that one not quite perfectly placed from Jacob, and JKS, he survives due to the flashbang. Jacob, though, will not survive too much longer. And that's the B site cracked open now by mousesports. Renegades, this time they have to go for the retake. They can't allow it to go to match point for the mousesports. But this is a very, very difficult, almost impossible retake now.
4v5 again. Now they've got to go for this. They must try it, as you said, but it's going to be very difficult. The utility is already almost down, and Nifty can't quite find the shot.
Yeah, almost the timing out there for him, but Renegades, this timer is ticking away so quickly indeed. Oscar gets Azza and Justillo to face Sunny. The spray can't be transferred, and mousesports now on to match point. 22 is what they're looking for. Renegades, they've clawed their way back in time and time again. But now we must ask once more, Renegades, can they do it?
If they can, they push us to 42 rounds of Counter-Strike, looking at minimum another 4. This has been a marathon of an Inferno game, but it's not over yet. The double AWP now out for Renegades. This could be the impact, the difference maker when it matters. JKS and Nifty. We saw great things from young Mr. Savage on train yesterday, and that's a good start on the Sunny and Banana.
Exactly what you're talking about, Tim. JKS, not necessarily famed for that AWP play, but so far at IEM Sydney, particularly against FaZe, he had a stellar matchup. And now displaying that here again against mousesports, finding a very important pick early on in the piece for Renegades. They have the player advantage, looking to push us through to overtime number 3.
mousesports, though, would love to close this out. It's been a long map for them. They had a phenomenal first half. It's been so back and forth since then. Renegades have done enough to bring it back, but not all the way. This could still be the mousesports show. It would still be a 2-0, despite how long this has been.
Doesn't feel like it, though.
The first pick already going the way of the AWP as well. Now Azza, pressure on, gets flashed out. The push coming into
Get that molly
A.
out of your hands, Azza. You need the gun, and he has got it. The two-man spray down. Azza again coming up. Absolutely massive. And the flash was great for him as well. But Azza, he wants to shut it down on his own. He'll get the job done. Magnificent from Azza. And the Renegades again will be able to push us through to overtime number 3. Boy, oh boy, this map. What an absurd game we are witnessing right now.
And again, it's Azza and Arch coming up big when it matters. It has been a lot of frags coming through for Nifty. 38 for the newest honorary Australian, but Azza has been having his part when it matters. JKS as well, stepping up with the AWP to open that round up. 21-21, now looking for 25 being our magic number. Or else we keep going here. Renegades refusing to give in. mousesports not quite able to get over the top.
Yeah, now this becomes an endurance game. Both teams have been throwing absolutely everything at each other. And look at this. What on earth? Nifty, wow.
Movement, boy, easy.
Oh my God! And gets the incendiary down as well, denying the trade. Goodness me, Nifty, that was something.
Now the double AWP out for Renegades. Again, they've decided it's worth doing. He hits the leg shot as well, Nifty. This young man is putting on a show. And mousesports, this might just be catching them out now. They still don't know that JKS has that AWP, but they must suspect. In the meantime, though, Renegades have 4 players on this bomb site. They will send JKM back over to B to join his site buddy, but JKS is locking down Banana with a smoke and an AWP. That's what allows the freedom onto the A bomb site. That's why JKM will stay there. Both teams have used this setup now. And at this point, the tactics surely running low. It's just on the frags.
As has been dropped relatively low, but it's still a fair trade for the Renegades. As right now, mousesports are definitely looking worse for wear. Can Renegades go the distance again? Are they going to be able to succeed in their mission of shutting out Inferno? What a map this has been. 35 seconds left on the clock now for mousesports. Once again, the A bomb site, the option of choice. There's not really any time for them to rotate across.
And Nifty and Ustillo have done so much work here. The Molotov might just take Sticko out at will, but not before he gets a frag.
Nifty again on the site. Let's see some more magic, my friend, with that AWP. Chris J goes down.
Oh, Nifty!
And Nifty is coming up absolutely insane right now for the Renegades. Holy moly! I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in all my time casting Counter-Strike. Granted, I don't normally cast Counter-Strike at this level, Tim, but goodness gracious me, Nifty is just having an absolute blinder right now.
42 frags. Stepping up massively for Renegades, determined to slam this one home. Admittedly, that was 1 round of overtime. We have many to go. But Nifty now in this late game is certainly delivering consistently. He's given the first, or these rounds over to Renegades so many times, finding the first picks, the last picks, everything.
Oh, wow. That's a big grenade onto JKS. He had full head armor as well.
But Nifty's up again. JKS with this spam will be forced off, but Jacob's ready to face. And they're not checking him.
There's a free kill for Jacob. The flashbang comes in as well. He'll challenge the second. Sunny is able to get the trade, but he does sacrifice quite a chunk of his HP. And the Renegades, they're looking poised again to close another round out here. But still, they must continue on forward.
We've seen this already though. Rops really lurking mid. Thought he'd stay there to try and hold the post plant, but instead in the 3v4, they can't afford to leave one gun behind here, Mouse. All must go with them. Azar has had time to rotate over and join his teammates. There's still a lot of utility left, or a bit of utility left on Renegades, but this time Mouse have not left it so late. There won't be Molotov shutting them down at this time. But JKS on the bomb site with the AWP, the smokes and flashbangs coming out. They're going to be missing him. What can he do?
JKS here now, the second AWP. The first AWP has stepped up massively for the Renegades. Now it's time to see if JKS can do the same, or if it's going to be the hero of the last half, Azar. In the end, actually, it's just Nifty. How could I ever doubt that man? JKS with the shotgun AWP will shut the round down. And even SK Gaming are getting keen.
SK on the side of the Australians.
Why wouldn't you be at this stage?
I think everyone is. Are we right?
What a magnificent moment to be a part of right now for the Renegades. But still, it can be good. They still need to finish this off, though. It's been so hard fought, but it all amounts to nothing if they don't end up closing this map out. They will still drop 2-0.
Double up out on the T side now for Mouse. This is the first time that we've seen it. And Oscar peeking through a Molotov has some damage coming his way, but he finds the pick on Jacob. Now JKS, a lot of pressure onto his shoulders, but he'll get some util out to delay it and fall back onto B.
Well, this could be another round on the board for mousesports. The 2-1 first half for the CT side that we've seen all too often. JKS now challenging on that side. He has not been spotted. He's got the backup of Nifty as well.
Oh, JKS!
Boom indeed. He does get rid of 2. And that's all that's left for mousesports as well as they rotate across to the A bomb site. Ustillo still anchoring there, and Nifty, he's just reading everything right now. He's a madman, a scientist, and a sharpshooter as Rops goes down. Chris J, what can you do, my friend? What have you got? Can you get something done here?
Chris J, a proficient AWPer in his own right, but JKS and the man himself, Nifty, coming alive.
I think the fans have a new favorite here on the Renegades. Nifty 45 frags so far on Inferno. And Chris J with it all to do for mousesports. 1 versus 4, 20 seconds. JKS spots him, but does not land the shot. Azza still here with the execution attempt, not landing it. Chris J cowering in this smoke. There's no way he gets out alive. And the Renegades, they close out the first 3-0 half of overtime. It took 3 attempts, but now 1 map, 1 round away.
From the map.
Getting a little bit excited. 1 round away from the map.
I think 1 more map might be just where we're headed at this point, Sydney. Renegades with the 3-0, Nifty with 46 frags. Shutting down mousesports by himself. The double AWP is out again. They're going into mid.
Well, here it is. Maybe the moment that Renegades finally push us over the precipice into map 3 on that T side right now. They have 1 minute and 35 to work with. And grouping up in mid, in apartments, heading towards the A bomb site, but mousesports, they have a 4 stack on A. So, Renegades will have a massive battle ahead of them here.
But still 1 minute 20 with which to face it. And they know by now that Rops is going to be in pit. What they don't know is that there's 2 more players over on Arch with Sticko playing low. And there's no information gathering that's been done by Renegades towards either side just yet, and that grenade's going to do a big chunk of damage. Justillo is committing out, but there's so many CTs here.
He gets the entry frag, still it's a 1-for-1, but Rops is hanging on to the balcony line like a madman. 2 versus 4, Renegades, they've not gotten anything done in this round. Justillo, he was the only one to find a frag.
If they can get towards B quickly enough, they might get away with it. There's only one player there, but Sunny is looking through the smoke.
Yeah, so is Renegades, though. They're watching. If Sunny would have pushed that, it could have been a kill. And Sunny will get the timing right. Nifty goes down. JKS to get the trade, but 28 seconds finds himself in a similar scenario as to what we saw for Chris J at the end of the last half. It's doable. He just needs this kill on the player on the A bomb site. Rops, you're not going to be checking this angle if you're JKS. There's surely no way that he comes away with the round here. He'll try and plant the bomb, but Rops is there. And 22 up now for mousesports. 2 away from pushing us through to, again, another overtime. This might be the most crazy, nuts, preposterous game of Counter-Strike that I've ever seen.
Certainly the biggest one I've ever casted and the craziest one. And it's Inferno again delivering in the overtimes. Always seems to be an iconic game, but Renegades, they still only need the 1, and they can know very confidently that mousesports will not have 4 on the A-bomb side again. It would be a rare decision for mousesports to do that again after it's done once and found out. So instead, they'll go back to a more default setup. 3 on B early to stop the rush, then Sunny will rotate back on over. And Renegades, they can't be faked out, or they can't be scared of that 4 stack on A now. It's surely Mouse don't do it again, although they have. I've spoken too soon. It wasn't there early, but with no B presence, they fall back. And this is what undid Renegades so often on their T side in regulation. The fact that they weren't pushing for information, that one player was able to lock down one bomb site and the rest could rotate. This time Renegades have an execute ready, but again, 4 guns here.
They execute out onto the side here for the Renegades, and they will gain control of top mid, but they still have a lot of map that they need to explore right now. Diggity, jungle, A-bomb site, banana. They've got no information on any of that right now. They've used a lot of their utility. They slow things down once more, make mousesports think.
And this from here, Nifty here, is what was missing from Renegades on previous rounds. See, the 4 stack stayed in place last round. This time, Nifty, just 4 AWP shots is enough to pull Sunny away. So now Renegades, they're starting to get the rotations going. They have pulled 1 player off, but still 3 here. They've got to find some entries.
Well, Oscar's the one to start the account here for mousesports. Justillo jumping through the smoke, and Renegades again. They can't get it done. Azza, though, stepping up now for the Renegades, and the bomb might not be able to be planted here. Does he know that Sunny is close? It could be dangerous. He has to plant, though. With 10 seconds on the clock, this would be a magical clutch for Azza. Chris J through the smoke, misses the shot, but he's got no idea where Sunny is. And the clutch goes the way of mousesports. 1 round left in this half. 1 round away for mousesports to push us through to another overtime. And 1 round away from Renegades closing out map 2, putting us to train. This game is absurd.
This is ridiculous. The A-hold from mousesports has been so good. And once again for Renegades, it's the fact that there isn't the map control going for them over on B, that they're not questing early for info. Even though Nifty did pull 1 player off, it's then the 3 A-bomb site players who hit their shots. And what mousesports have been trying to do all half for a lot of their CT rounds has been to stack A and bait Renegades into rushing B, where they have multiple players waiting. That's why the triple stack on B only stays there for a little while, but the double nade down Nana has netted them a kill onto Azza.
Bad start to the round for the Renegades. And mousesports, their conversion rate from getting the first frag into closing the round out has been exceptional. Again now Renegades fighting from behind in and around. At least they have the round advantage. And they can put us through again to another overtime, but the pressure is mounting on the Renegades here.
They have split up though, 2 to a site. Going to look for an entry frag, see what they can find out. And if they can find 1 kill, that could be enough to turn this round back. But there's 2 players on B, 3 on A. A couple players trying to make some noise, but these B players as of yet haven't pushed, and the bomb is out A.
Right now though, Rob's coming up big for mousesports. JKS will be able to trade him out. Still though, it's not enough to allow Renegades into the site.
I don't know if the bomb was spotted there, but either way, Renegades show it, and that calls the rotation. I don't think the bomb was spotted, or else Sunny might have committed to that one, but he does come back.
Well, Nifty, the man of the moment here for the Renegades, will be the first contact into the B-bomb site. The smoke goes down late, though. There's a hole in it, but it's really not going to offer much for Nifty to work with. And if he can find an entry here, it would be massive again. This man can do no wrong. And Renegades, they brought it back to a 3 versus 3. Sunny's locked out from the site, trying to spam through. But the bomb plant will go down here now from the Renegades. They must know there's a player close in construction. But mousesports very quick on the rotate.
A 3 versus 3 for the map here for Renegades. This could be everything for them. AWP and 2 rifles on each side.
Nifty locking down the CT angle. Hasn't spotted anyone out just yet, but Oscar will go down. Nifty again. Nifty frags for him, and it might just be the map 2 versus 1. Jacob and JKS, the 2 players from the B site for Renegades to close it out. Sunny will go down, and Renegades, it's map number 3.
So many overtime, so many rounds. 50 frags from Nifty, but it is enough in the end.
Goodness gracious me, Tim. I think it's time for us to settle down a little bit. We need to go to a break, but map 3 will be coming up next.
All eyes are on you.